Hi, and welcome back to Wellness After 40 Plus. I'm Dr. Clara Bennett. In today's guide, we are pulling back the curtain on perimenopausal anxiety, breaking down the exact science of why your nervous system feels constantly on edge, and giving you 5 practical, evidence-based tools to take your power and your peace back. Section 1. Perimenopause Anxiety Explained. Why your brain feels different. Picture this. It is 3:15 in the morning. The house is completely silent, but you suddenly bolt upright in bed. Your heart is hammering against your ribs like a trapped bird. Your chest feels tight, your palms are clammy, and a cold wave of pure dread washes over you. You look at the clock. You look around the room, and you ask yourself the same terrifying question. What is wrong with me? Am I losing my mind? Or maybe it happens during the day. You are driving to work, standing in the grocery checkout line, or sitting in a routine afternoon meeting. Out of nowhere, a sudden surge of panic hits you. Your throat tightens, your brain goes foggy, and you feel like you need to run straight out of the room. But here's the part that makes no sense. Nothing scary actually happened. You were not stressed a moment ago. You have never had anxiety a day in your life. Yet suddenly, in your late 30s or early 40s, your own body feels like an unsafe place to be. So what do? You book an appointment with your doctor. You sit on that cold exam table, open up about how frightened and confused you feel, and wait, hoping for real answers, real explanations. Something that finally makes sense of what your body is doing. And what do you get? A dismissive pat on the arm. A prescription for a general anti-anxiety medication. Or worse, that patronizing line that so many women have heard. Well, you're just stressed. You have a busy life. Have you tried yoga? Maybe cut back on the coffee? That reaction makes you angry. And it absolutely should. Because you are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not having a sudden psychological breakdown out of nowhere. You are experiencing a real, physical, biological shift happening inside your brain chemistry. And the medical system has routinely failed to warn women about it. Today, we are changing that. Section 2. The neuroscience. Why your nervous system lost its background. To truly understand why anxiety suddenly strikes in midlife, we have to look at what is happening inside your brain, not just your ovaries. Most people assume perimenopause is entirely about dropping estrogen. But here is what most doctors never tell you. In your late 30s and early 40s, the very first hormone to plummet is actually progesterone. And progesterone is not just a reproductive hormone. Inside your central nervous system, progesterone breaks down into a powerful neurosteroid that directly stimulates your GABA receptors. Think of GABA as your brain's natural brake pedal. It is the calming neurotransmitter responsible for slowing racing thoughts, relaxing tight muscles, and gently soothing your entire nervous system back to baseline. When you enter perimenopause, something important begins to shift. Your body starts having months where it skips ovulation entirely, and without ovulation, your progesterone levels collapse. When progesterone drops, your brain's natural brake pedal goes with it, and it doesn't stop there. While progesterone is falling, your estrogen levels are swinging up and down unpredictably, like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. Estrogen is stimulating by nature. It drives brain energy, alertness, and reactivity. But when high, fluctuating estrogen is paired with little to no progesterone to balance it, your nervous system shifts into a state of constant hyper-vigilance. Everyday stressors that you used to brush off without a second thought, a tense email, a long queue, a change in plans, suddenly trigger a full, overwhelming fight-or-flight response. And that is exactly where the 3 a.m. panic attacks come from. Because it is not just daytime stress that sets off your nervous system. While you are sleeping, completely unaware, two very specific biological triggers are activating inside your body. And once you understand what they are, everything finally starts to make sense. Section 3. Why 3 a.m.? The biology behind the panic. Curious. So why does this panic hit at exactly 3 a.m.? It's not random. It's not in your head. There are two very specific things happening inside your body while you sleep. And once you understand them, everything starts to make sense. Trigger 1. Your internal thermostat. Here's something most people don't know. Estrogen doesn't just regulate your reproductive system. It also controls your brain's internal thermostat, a tiny but powerful region called the hypothalamus. Surprised? When estrogen drops sharply overnight, your brain misreads even the smallest change in room temperature as a full-blown overheating emergency. And before you even open your eyes, before you feel anything at all, your brain has already flooded your bloodstream with a sudden spike of adrenaline, trying to cool your body down. So you wake up, heart pounding, chest tight, a wave of panic rising, and you have no idea why. That's not anxiety. That's adrenaline. And it was triggered by your own hormones. Trigger 2, the blood sugar crash. The second trigger is happening at the same time. As estrogen and progesterone fluctuate, your body becomes far more sensitive to blood sugar changes overnight. If your glucose drops too low while you're sleeping, your adrenal glands immediately release cortisol, your primary stress hormone, and force your liver to push glucose back into your blood. That cortisol spike hits like an alarm clock. You're wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, heart racing, mind spinning, and your body did all of that completely on its own. 2 hormonal triggers, 1 sleepless night, and 0 warning. Section 4. 5 tools that actually help. Now here is the part I really want you to hear. Because this anxiety is physical and biological, it means you can take real targeted steps to calm your body down. You do not have to live at the mercy of sudden panic. Here are 5 science-backed tools you can start using right away. Tool 1. Feed your GABA pathways. The first thing you can do, starting tonight, is support your brain's natural calming system directly. A highly absorbable form of magnesium called magnesium glycinate crosses into the brain and helps activate your GABA receptors, the ones that put the brakes on overactive nerve signals. Many practitioners also recommend L-theanine, a natural amino acid found in green tea that promotes calm, focused relaxation without making you drowsy. Together, these two are a gentle but powerful starting point. Tool 2. Stabilize your blood sugar before bed. Remember that midnight cortisol spike? You can prevent it. Stop eating high-sugar snacks, refined carbs, or drinking alcohol close to bedtime. These cause a rapid blood sugar spike, followed by a sharp crash right around 3 a.m. Instead, have a small protein and fat snack about 30 minutes before sleep. A spoonful of almond butter, a few walnuts, something small that gives your body slow, steady fuel through the night, so cortisol never gets the signal to spike. Tool 3. The physiological sigh. This one I want you to memorize, because it works in under 60 seconds and you can use it anywhere. The moment you feel panic starting to build, take 2 quick inhales through your nose. 1 deep breath, then immediately a short, sharp sniff on top of it to fully expand your lungs. Then release 1 long, slow exhale through your mouth. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. What this does is pop open collapsed air sacs in your lungs and directly activates your vagus nerve, forcing your heart rate to slow down almost immediately. No supplements, no waiting. Just your own breath, working with your biology. Tool 4. Cool your sleeping environment. This one is simple but underestimated. Set your bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit before you sleep. Remember, your brain is already hypersensitive to temperature changes overnight. Keeping your room consistently cool removes one of the main triggers that causes your hypothalamus to panic and flood your system with adrenaline. A cooler room means fewer false alarms. Fewer false alarms means deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Tool 5. Ask about micronized progesterone. This last tool requires a conversation with your doctor, but it's worth knowing about. Unlike older synthetic progestins, oral micronized progesterone is molecularly identical to what your ovaries naturally produced. When taken at bedtime, it breaks down into calming neurosteroids that restore your brain's natural buffer against anxiety, the same buffer that started disappearing as your progesterone declined. For many women, this is the missing piece that finally brings restful, restorative sleep back. Section 5. Your doctor checklist and closing. When you go to your next doctor's appointment, don't go in empty-handed. Bring a written log, your sleep disruptions, your cycle dates, the times your anxiety peaks. Having this information written down gives your doctor something concrete to work with, and it shows them you know your own body. Then ask these 3 specific questions. Question 1. Can we run a full thyroid panel, including TSH, free T3, free T4, and thyroid antibodies, to rule out an overactive thyroid mimicking panic attacks? Question 2. Can we check my ferritin and vitamin D levels? I've read that low iron can directly cause heart palpitations and disrupted sleep. Question 3. Can my anxiety and sleep disruption be connected to perimenopausal progesterone decline? And am I a candidate for micronized progesterone or non-hormonal nervous system support? These questions position you as an informed patient, and an informed patient gets better answers. Here's what I need you to take away from this video. Experiencing sudden anxiety in your 40s does not mean you are broken. It does not mean this is your new permanent normal. Your nervous system is adjusting to shifting hormones, and once you give your body the right support, your calm comes back, your confidence comes back, your sleep comes back. If this video finally gave you the explanation you've been looking for, share it with a woman in her 40s who needs to hear this. And if you want to go deeper, my next video covers exactly why perimenopause affects your mood, memory, and focus, and what actually works. I'm Dr. Clara Bennett. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.